was your experience on Shark Tank?
It was super fun interacting with sharks. They are very harsh on you. It calls Shark Tank for a reason.
What were the biggest challenges or the roadblocks which you felt in this particular journey?
सेल्स का नैरेटिव बहुत खराब है मार्केट के अंदर. When I go out and ask everyone, sales की जॉब करोगे क्या? Nobody says yes. It's always their backup career. Sales is not just this.
The most important question कि सेल्स में तो बहुत पैसा है, तो कितना पैसा है एंड कहाँ तक और कैसे कैसे आप कमा सकते हो? Hi everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Unicorn Mindset brought to you by Register Karo. I am your host Bhumika Rawat and today the very first guest that we are having is Simar Sekri, the founder of Hive School. Today's podcast we have breakdown, problems in Indian education, sales as a career option, his journey on Shark Tank, how AI is relevant to sales and his 0 to 1 journey. Hi Simar, welcome on the very first podcast of Unicorn Mindset and we would like to know more about Hive School and its vision. So please brief a little about.
Hey Bhumika, sure. So thank you for inviting me here. So I am Simar. I am one of the co-founders at Hive School. I head the entire marketing here. So Hive School is India's first sales school, as we like to call it. So what we are trying to create is an MBA for sales. So इंडिया में हमने देखा है कि बहुत कॉमन प्रॉब्लम है कि MBA फॉर मार्केटिंग होता है, MBA फॉर फाइनेंस होता है, बट MBA for sales is something which has never been heard of. And then we realized कि यार marketing and sales के अंदर काफ़ी difference है. So we thought why not start a proper separated, let's create a very deep curriculum that just focuses on sales as a subject because it's such a vast subject which cannot be clubbed with anything. And we believe like sales is the backbone of any company. Sales नहीं है तो कुछ नहीं है. और वी थिंक दैट एवरी कंपनी बी इट जोमेटो, बी इट रजिस्टर करो, बी इट इंस्टाग्राम, everyone is selling you. Either they are selling you their services, either they are selling to other businesses for your time and attention, but every business at the end of the day is dependent on sales and you need very good sales people in your team to make sure you grow. So yeah, that's Hive School for you.
Okay, that's great. Also, why only sales? As in, was there a particular experience in your career where you felt that there's a need for structured sales education or something?
Sure. So when we started out, we realized, as I said, that sales is the most fundamental skill जो आपको आना ही चाहिए. एंड देर इज़ अ वेरी फन स्टोरी हेयर कि नोइंगली और अननोइंगली आप सेल्स तो हमेशा से करते आ रहे हो. व्हेन यू आर इन योर ऐसे चाइल्डहुड यू आर ऑलवेज सेलिंग टू योर पेरेंट्स कि दैट कैन आई गेट दिस, कैन आई गेट दिस. व्हेन यू आर इंटरव्यूइंग फॉर अ जॉब you are selling yourself to recruiters. When you are a founder, you are selling to the people, you are selling to your team, you are selling your vision basically. So we realized sales is the most fundamental skill required. And हमारे करिकुलम के अंदर इंडिया में एटलीस्ट सेल्स को प्रॉपर तरीके से नहीं पढ़ाया जा रहा. देन वी थॉट लाइक लेट्स स्टार्ट विद अ सेल्स प्रोग्राम. Then we reached out to a lot of folks out there who run, B2B SaaS companies. So SaaS is basically software as a service. So we reached out to a lot of such companies and we realized that there is a huge demand in the market of good sales talent, but वो available ही नहीं है. And for most of the recruiters, what we saw that 6 to 8 months सिर्फ अपने talent को train करने में चले जाते हैं. Then we realized there is 100% a gap in the market. Then we reached out to, more founders, more recruiters, made a curriculum, talked and discussed ki what are the major gaps in the industry. And then we thought, let's make a proper curriculum and then let's train them. And, now we have graduated 2 cohorts, so it's going pretty good.
So what were the biggest challenges or the roadblocks which you felt in this particular journey as of now?
So one of the biggest challenges that I faced is कि sales is not sexy. हमने रियलाइज़ करा यार कि अगर हमें सेल्स को सेक्सी कैसे बना सकते हैं. दैट वाज वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट चैलेंजेस फॉर मी. व्हेन आई गो आउट एंड आस्क एवरीवन दैट सेल्स की जॉब करोगे क्या, तो नोबडी सेज येस. इट्स ऑलवेज देयर बैकअप करियर, इट्स ऑलवेज एज देयर सेकेंड चॉइसेस. दैट वाज द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट चैलेंज फॉर मी एंड इट स्टिल इज़ बाय द वे, बिकॉज let's do a quick activity. Just imagine a salesperson. You will remember either a person out there who is wearing a red tie, black suit, knocking at your doors and saying, ma'am, would you love to buy this insurance? Or you would remember someone calling you from a credit card company that can you take this credit card. सो सेल्स का नैरेटिव बहुत ख़राब है मार्केट के अंदर. दैट वॉज वन ऑफ द मेजर चैलेंजेस. बट सेल्स इज़ नॉट just this. Sales is so much more than that. You have to talk to big people, who make decisions. You have to convince founders to buy your products. You have to convince people to make sure, that they believe in your product and that you can genuinely add value to them. So that is why we thought कि यार sales तो सबको आना ही चाहिए. And changing this narrative कि सेल्स को नॉट सेक्सी से सेक्सी बनाने का हैज़ बिन द बिगेस्ट चैलेंज. कि आप स्टूडेंट्स को जाके कन्विंस करो एंड मेक देम रियलाइज दैट येस दिस इज समथिंग दैट आई वांट टू डू. दैट हैज़ बीन वन ऑफ द मेजर चैलेंजेस इन चेंजिंग द नैरेटिव.
Also, I personally feel as well that sales is a very underrated skill, and it's पता नहीं क्यों मुझे लगता है it's very tough to do sales. मुझे खुद भी personally बहुत ही ज़्यादा difficult लगता है sales करना. तो what do you think? How is the journey on Hive School is different from the traditional sales training that people get?
Sure. So to answer this, like I will answer it in two parts. First is कि sales के अंदर best skill क्या होता है. तो that I have realized that whenever you push someone that यार आप ये खरीद लो please, फिर उसके ऊपर you run offers, you run schemes. I think that never works out. Always consultative selling. Like I come to you and say that hey Bhumika, my service can save you this much amount of dollars and can save you this much amount of hours. And आपकी टीम की overall productivity from X to Y चली जाएगी. That is something which I believe is super, super important. There are very good services out there who can genuinely help founders. And that I believe is missing in a lot of sales folks right now. So that is super, super important. Second part of the answer is like, what we try to do at Hive School is give them an entire overview of what the industry is. So what does that mean? You start from GTM. GTM is basically go to market. So strategies, like how will you start a company? How many employees will you require? An entrepreneurial mindset. I think what is missing from even the professionals in India is that वो entrepreneurial mindset missing है काफ़ी sales folks से. A salesperson is someone जो directly आपके founder को help कर रहा है कंपनी में more revenue लाने के लिए. तो he, she, they, should remember कि यार start अगर वहाँ से कर रहे हैं तो what other channels that I can open, what other pipelines I can generate, how will I scale my company from let's say 0 to 10 CR, then from 10 CR to 100 CR, and then even beyond that. How will I open my company to new landscapes, new geography? That is super important. So firstly, we start with GTM or go-to-market where we try to teach them, through case studies, through actual proof of work. That I think is super, super important for all of us. Then we obviously cover the fundamental skills, which is your outbound, inbound, AE, account executive role. Then that comes. Then what we come up, I can answer this in a separate question as well, कि AI and tech in sales is very, very important.
Okay, that's what my question was. कि AI और automation के टाइम पे what do you think कि sales का future आने वाले टाइम में take over हो सकता है या क्या होगा?
Sure. So I think that's a very good question, by the way. I think AI in sales is something that we as as a community are really looking forward to. कि हम इसको कैसे include कर सकते हैं curriculum के अंदर and how we can make our sales folks in being the one of India's top 1%. What does that mean is that a single business development representative or a BDR, अगर AI की help लेता है तो एक AI tool यूज़ करने से she can do work of 50 or 100 BDRs, in helping them personalizing stuff. I will also, go deep dive into that as well if you want to. So it helps you in personalizing AI पूरा आपको, and the productivity per employee, productivity per person doubles or even become 3x or 4x of what used to be before. I think that is really, really important. And future of sales is कि sales की team size बहुत छोटा होता जाएगा, but those limited people will be super, super talented, or what we like to call them as smart sales people, or the top 1% sales people in India. They will be using AI tools to do work of 50 such sales folks. And yeah, then that's something that we are really looking forward to, and that is why we also teach them the GTM side of the things, to make sure that future में 4-5 years down the line they become they take top positions in their companies. Someone like chief revenue officer who manages revenue, who makes new pipelines, who make new revenue strategies that how can I expand.
As per you, what are those top 3 skills you believe that every salesperson must master?
Top 3 skills. I think that's a tough one because there's so many things. I think first is you need to be smart. What I mean when I say you need to be smart, I mean that you're not selling, especially in tech sales where we operate in, you're not selling to, like the consumers are very smart nowadays. The businesses that you sell to are super, super smart. So you can't use, fancy marketing to mask what the real product is. You need to actually convince them that my product will give you these many services and will save you these many dollars and these many hours. I think that is super, super important because you are not talking to, in B2B sales specifically, you're not talking to consumers. You're talking to very well educated founders, who have done shit and they know, like the value that money holds. So you have to actually convince them that, how my tool can help you. So the questions will be dynamic, the answers need to be more dynamic. So the first part is be super, super smart. Then I think second is be a listener. So, fun fact, everyone loves to talk about themselves. So, what you want to do here is you want to make sure that you listen more and you talk less. You are not just giving, can I give you this? My product can help you in this. No, first understand the problem. Try to understand where the person is coming from. I think that is super important and missing in a lot of people. You need to be a good listener. Obviously your objective is clear that you want to sell, but you have to listen to other people, their problems, and then provide your solution. And if your solution is not a right fit for them, I'm sorry, but please say upfront, that I think my product may not help you right now, and it's completely okay. There are a lot of clients available out there. So that's important. And third point, if I have to mention anything, persistence. What I mean persistence is an average salesperson, faces like the conventional example that you call 100 people, 99 will say no to you. They will put your phone down. They will not reply to you. Or, even if your conversation goes forward, it can go south anytime. So you need to face rejection every day. So you need to have a steel of heart in that terms that, you will face rejection and that's completely okay. You still pick up the phone, you still reach out to new people, and you continue to talk to your existing accounts and close them.
But I feel there's a very weird narrative about salespeople. It's true to some point, which I
Yeah.
personally feel as well, which is salespeople lie a lot. झूठ बहुत बोलते हैं calls पे. So what is your take on it? मतलब ये सही है या गलत है या because I feel if the deal is getting close, तो founders को तो क्या effect होगा कि झूठ बोलो या कुछ भी करो. But what do you feel personally?
100%. I think you are absolutely true. And that has been the unfortunate case here. And I think there are two things responsible. I think, malpractices by a lot of companies in the past, which their only objective is ABC, which is always be closing. That, whether a client is relevant for you, sell them. Whether it is not relevant, sell them even more. There is a company, I'm not sure if I can say this, but in case of Byju's, one of the person, like it's an inside story. Someone said they even sell to auto walas and, they convinced them to took loans worth rupees 50,000 to 1 lakh. And it's based on a story itself. I do not have actual facts to prove it, but I got this insight. So malpractices by different companies over the years, have broke the trust of a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that is number one. I think second is nowadays people are getting smarter and smarter and they are smelling the breath of your commissions. So on every sale you earn a percentage of commission. Everyone knows this. So your incentive is always be selling, like how can I get more and more and more money. But at the end of the day, the person sitting in front of you is super smart. They know, that you will be earning money on this. So how can you still, composedly make sure that, you're not being way too greedy? If your product is not a right fit, tell them honestly that, hey, it's okay, but, I don't think so. My product is a good fit. That will develop a good relationship for you. maybe the person can ask you that, you know, if you have any other recommendations, please recommend me. If you have if you know, like in future if you have any such feature, please feel free to contact me again. So that is something I feel that develops a long-term relationship. That is super important. So nowadays things are evolving, things are getting better, especially in tech sales or B2B sales. As I mentioned, things are changing a bit. And you know, sales folks are also realizing the value of, you know, being true to their core. That I think is super, super important.
Okay, coming on your batch, you tell me, how did you convince the first batch of yours to believe in your vision?
Yeah.
Initially, when you start, so how it's very difficult to convince people or the students to believe in the vision, especially the professors as well. So how did you do that?
So I think again a very good question here. So that was super, super difficult for us because A, we didn't have any outcomes to show. B, you know, our mentors were also like, we were in the process of finding good mentors. C, you know, like now I can say this in front of a camera, we didn't even have a curriculum set locked, you know, like tried and tested. So that was you know, again a challenge for us. But we convinced those folks on terms, you know, that we are very passionate and we want to build something really big. And I especially thank, you know, the people from my cohort 1. There were ups and downs in cohort 1, obviously, you know, like when you are starting off any business, it's difficult, you know, to get started. And obviously we had a lot of ups and downs in cohort 1, but I think the people were kind enough, they had a lot of empathy, they trusted us, you know, that hey, you know, and you know, every one of them got results as well at the end of the day. So yeah, cohort 1 is something, you know, that will remain very, very close to us because they trusted us in those initial days. And I think my co-founders, you know, who head the sales team as well, or the admissions team, and I think credit to them as well because they were able to convince them on our vision. I think that's a very difficult job, but at the end of the day, if you are a sales school and you don't know how to sell, so I think that won't be the point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one.
Okay, but also, how do these batches work? As in, how do these cohorts are working? How many students do you enroll? And
Sure. So to go more deep dive into it, in our first cohort, we had roughly around 20 students. In our second batch, we had around 25 students. And as a major source of our distribution, we are super active on LinkedIn. So we post content around sales, you know, like what's the importance of tech sales, trying to change the narrative, you know, bit by bit, doing our job. So I think that is one thing that is working out good for us. LinkedIn remains the major source of distribution. Then, you know, like we have a 4 months cohort cycle. So at the start of the batch, like we start a batch, let's say in Feb. Then at the end of 3 months, we have a demo day in place. So what does that mean is the entire cohort flies to Delhi. You know, they stay in an Airbnb or a villa and, you know, completely brainstorm, develop pitches for the final D-Day. And what happens on D-Day is like they pitch their ideas or case studies that they have worked throughout those 4 months in front of 50 plus founders and sales leaders. So for people pitching their startups, you know, it becomes a good opportunity to raise funds or at least, you know, introduce them into the market. And for the folks who are looking for placement, it becomes super, super relevant to sell themselves in front of sales leaders or, you know, their potential recruits. I would love to tell you a fun story here as well. In the recent demo day that we hosted, I think 25% of my batch, you know, got hired on the day itself because, you know, we believe in creating proof of works. So what is proof of work? You don't use conventional resumes or you don't use, you know, like how does a recruitment process work? I go to, let's say you are the recruiter. So I come to you with a resume and say that, you know, hey Bhumika, this is my proof of, this is my resume. I hope, you know, like this is my statement. I would be a good fit to your company. Please hire me. And on the contrary, like what we believe in is creating proof of works. So what you do, you pick up 3-4 companies, you create very detailed, in-depth case studies or very detailed GTM strategies for them. What does that mean is you study their competitors, figure out the challenges with them currently, and try to come up with solutions based on your industry research. And this takes a lot of time, you know, like students have created this for weeks and weeks, even a single capstone project or proof of work. And then they go to these founders. So what we have seen is like these students just post about this on LinkedIn, and the entire team makes sure कि आज post करते हैं, and then we tag their founders and recruiters. Then one guy from cohort 1, he got noticed by one of the senior directors at a company called Wingify.
Okay.
So again a very good sales company. And then Wingify senior director noticed his capstone, asked for an interview, and then he got placed, and he was one of the highest packages. So around 25 LPA he got placed at.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, so I think just to complete my thought, so just imagine this: resumes versus proof of work. So proof of work is something which is super important, and these students on the D-Day pitch their proof of works itself to the founders. So I
That's
think
very
that
nice.
is
Proof of work is very nice as compared to the traditional resume things and everything.
yeah.
This is new and unique as well. So how was your experience on Shark Tank?
So Shark Tank was fun, yaar. I think Shark Tank was very fun. So what happened was like we went to Delhi auditions, everything. We got a call, and they called us and said कि आप मुंबई आ सकते हैं. So we went to Mumbai. It was my first time in Mumbai, so I had a cool experience there. Then what
Nice.
happens is like there are 15 pitches in a week. So ours, I guess, was on day 2 of the shoot, and it was super fun interacting with sharks. They are very harsh on you as well. It calls Shark Tank for a reason. But we got a lot of good insights, a lot of good feedbacks, and it was truly once in a lifetime kind of experience. I think what Shark Tank is doing is really good for entrepreneurs in India.
Okay, very nice. Congratulations, especially on going on Shark Tank. What's that one unexpected challenge which you faced while you were scaling up Hive School?
Okay, so I think as I mentioned, one was changing narrative to sales. The second one, that's quite unheard of, and people take it very lightly. But I think the compliances part was super difficult for us, because as folks who have no experience in how to build a company, we are all first gen entrepreneurs, all three of us. So it was super difficult for us. So what happened was we were even confused in something as simple as what an LLP is versus a private limited. We didn't know like where to start off with. Like I can even say it in front of the camera now. We took first few admission fees in our personal accounts instead of a LLP. Now that we believe that is such a wrong thing to do. But I think, and I say it with all humility, like many founders that I know are facing such challenges. And even though the government is trying to help us and support us in compliances, but it's still a rigorous process. I'm not sure like how this used to happen 20-30 years back, but I still feel it can be a lot better. There are so many forms, so many technicalities which I have personally went through. So even in my last venture, I tried to take a trademark on myself, and it took me good 2 weeks just to figure out how to fill which form number. And like these things confuse us a lot. And as a founder, either you can focus on compliances, your regulations, following GST rules, everything, or you can focus on building your own business and generating revenue. So I think that was one of the most difficult challenges. Plus, the good CAs are very expensive. They are available in good amount, and but it's very difficult to lock them in because they are super expensive for an upcoming business. So I think that was one of the big challenges that was unexpected. We didn't realize it was a much bigger problem. Then what happened was we brought in two of our advisors to the board, which means we gave them sweat equity. And inviting them on board was again super difficult for us because there are so many technicalities required. You have to move from an LLP to a private limited, and then you have to do the share transfer as well. So again, more challenges, making a founder agreement, making a co-founder agreement. It was super technical for all of us. So yeah, that was one of the most unexpected challenge that we had.
How is your curriculum different from the traditional sales training that people get?
So, then I think the science audience can relate with this. I was trying to understand a concept which was, taught in 11th standard, but I couldn't actually understand it. Then on one fine day, I was watching a documentary. And then I realized that it was a documentary, on wave optics, something like that. And वो documentary देख के मेरे को समझ आ गया. So then, this idea hit me that what if we make education as exciting as Netflix. And you're like, if you even go on my personal LinkedIn or Instagram, like that's the tagline, trying to make education as exciting as Netflix. And what does it mean is that what if, you know, आपको पूरा अकाउंट्स आपका एक नेटफ्लिक्स की 8 एपिसोड की सीरीज देख के समझ आ जाए. And you know, when you try to actually that ये होगा कैसे, it's not that difficult when you start, you know, actually solving problem. So that is something that we truly at core believe that A, industry relevant skills, B, you know, making education as exciting as Netflix, and then C, you know, making our students visible in the industry. What does that mean is that आज की डेट के अंदर skilled होना is something जो, you know, like people are smart enough to get skilled. There are a lot of resources available. YouTube, LinkedIn से आप बहुत कुछ सीख सकते हो. फर्स्ट इज कि आपको अगर इनसाइट्स गेन करने भी है तो आप फाउंडर से कॉन्वर्जेशंस करके कैसे सीख सकते हो, एक्चुअल बिजनेस इनसाइट्स पे कैसे कर सकते हो. सेकंड, व्हाट आई मीन व्हेन आई से इज बीइंग विजिबल. जस्ट इमेजिन आप अपना इंस्टाग्राम खोलते हो, आपको 5 मिनट्स के अंदर 100 एड्स आ जाती हैं. If you put out, like as a founder, whenever I put out a post, you know, that I'm hiring someone, there are hundreds of applications that gets flooded in just, you know, 2-3 days. But how do you stand out is super important. तो बीइंग विजिबल इनफ पे बहुत फोकस करते हैं हम करिकुलम में कि आप अपने लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल्स बिल्ड करो, प्रूफ ऑफ वर्क्स बिल्ड करो, सो दैट यू स्टैंड आउट फ्रॉम द रेस्ट. दैट इज सुपर सुपर इम्पॉर्टेंट. So yeah, those are the 2-3 pointers that we focus कि curriculum के अंदर और ज़्यादा, you know, like how we can differentiate.
This LinkedIn thing I also feel is extremely important because you get a chance to work on your LinkedIn when you start applying for placements and everything. Because in my masters as well, हमने पूरे साल कुछ LinkedIn पे काम नहीं करा and at the end जब टाइम आया placements का, then we started posting and everything. अगर मार्च में placements हैं या फेब एंड में है तो हमने जनवरी से स्टार्ट करा है कंटेंट पोस्ट करना ताकि वी स्टे एक्टिव और कंपनीज को लगे कि नहीं हमको कुछ ना कुछ कंटेंट डाल ही रहे हैं उसमें एंड वी आर एक्सट्रीमली हाईली एक्टिव. तो ये तो आई पर्सनली एज वेल फील कि ये तो अच्छा है दिस लिंक्डइन थिंग.
एंड आई थिंक फॉर यंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स इट्स इवन मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. यू नो, पीपल हु आर जस्ट स्टार्टिंग आउट देयर करियर्स, अ लॉट ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज, आपको बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिलती है सिर्फ आपके लिंक्डइन से. व्हाट डू आई मीन इज, यू नो, लाइक just imagine like I got invited to a few podcasts just because I was active on LinkedIn. Or, you know, I can reach out to any founder today and, you know, ask them that, hey, I want to do something with you. As, you know, a marketing head, I try to reach out to founders to do something cool with them. But how I can stand out, you know, there are a lot of people who are reaching out to them, is by working on my LinkedIn, is by making my accounts, you know, stand out from the crowd. That I feel is super, super important. So it's, again, very important for young entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Also, what are your thoughts on the education industry? As in, how is it going? आगे कहाँ जा सकती है? And is it going somewhere wrong? Yeah, whatever.
Sure. So if I give you some stats here as well, India के अंदर there are roughly around 2.5 crore students undergoing a bachelor's in, let's say, BBA or a BCom or a bachelor's in economic honors, something on those lines, every single year. And उसके अंदर से टॉप 20 या टॉप 50 भी स्कूल्स भी अगर आप ले लो, उनको छोड़ के प्लेसमेंट्स ही नहीं है इंडस्ट्री में. And even if, you know, like I come from Delhi University myself, so I have seen it to the core, how does things work out. And top 10 colleges को छोड़ के, the average placement hardly reaches, you know, 5 to 6 LPA. And, you know, like, again, top 10 colleges में शायद आपको you can get better placements, but what about folks जो top colleges में नहीं है? There are private colleges जहाँ पे अगर आप they charge upwards of, you know, like 4 to 5 lakhs पूरे 3 years की bachelor's के लिए, and even higher than that. But आपको उस पर ROI नहीं मिलता. You are struggling to find even a single good job. So how does, you know, that justify their ROI? And I think that new age colleges which are coming up, there are a lot of new age colleges coming up in marketing, especially in business, in sales, in finance. A lot of these B schools, so, you know, my co-founder says this thing that for every new B school that is coming up in India, a conventional old B school is getting replaced somewhere in villages, you know, or in the tier 2, tier 3 India. And that I feel is a very, very big problem अभी in terms of कि बाकी की वो जो conventional B schools को, there अगर thousands of high schools आ जाएं, तब जाके वो problem solve होगी. Because India के अंदर good टैलेंट अवेलेबल करवाना फॉर इंडस्ट्रीज ग्लोबल टैलेंट क्रिएट करना जो बाहर जाके दूसरी कंपनीज के लिए काम कर सकते हैं, अपने खुद की काम, दे कैन स्टार्ट देयर ओन जॉब्स हेयर, दे कैन स्टार्ट देयर ओन स्टार्टअप्स हेयर, देयर ओन वेंचर्स हेयर, दे कैन बी एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेटर्स. वो बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है अभी के टाइम में. सो आई थिंक दैट इज समथिंग दैट नीड्स टू गेट सॉल्व्ड एजुकेशन के अंदर. बी द करिकुलम पीस. इवन आर टॉप कॉलेजेस में दे आर गुड प्लेसमेंट क्रिएटर्स, बट क्या वहाँ पे स्टूडेंट्स आर गेटिंग ट्रेंड कि वो अपने स्टार्टअप्स खोल लें, आर गेटिंग ट्रेंड कि वो कंपनीज के लिए और रेवेन्यू ला सकते हैं. दैट आई फील अगेन इज अ मेजर प्रॉब्लम टू सॉल्व इंडिया के अंदर. इंडस्ट्री रेलिवेंट स्किल सिखाना. द गवर्नमेंट हैज ऑल्सो शिफ्टेड फोकस, बट आई थिंक अ लॉट मोर नीड्स टू कम फ्रॉम द प्राइवेट सेक्टर एज वेल टू हेल्प एंड सॉल्व दिस प्रॉब्लम.
True, this industry relevant skills are very important. I think जो curriculum में होनी चाहिए, because I personally faced this problem when I completed my masters in economics. And when I completed, तो of कॉलेज में जो पढ़ाते हैं एंड एक्चुअल में व्हेन यू स्टार्ट वर्किंग, दोनों आर वे टू डिफरेंट. और क्या काम करना होता है ऑफिस में जाके वो समझ में ही नहीं आता है. ऑल्सो यू हैव टू लर्न सो मेनी स्किल्स अपार्ट फ्रॉम द कोर्स दैट यू आर परस्यूइंग. तो जो हम खुद परस्यू कर रहे होते हैं, अभी मैं एज ऑफ नाउ मैंने जो कोर्स मास्टर्स जिसमें करी, आई एम नॉट वर्किंग ऑन दैट. आई एम वर्किंग ऑन अ सेपरेट थिंग. कुछ अलग ही मैं कर रही हूँ. चलो दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन द वर्क एज वेल, और जिसमें आपका स्किल डेवलप हो जाए. बट एक्चुअल में दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. आई पर्सनली फील एज वेल कि इंडस्ट्री रेलिवेंट स्किल्स हमें कॉलेज में ही सिखा देनी चाहिए, करिकुलम में होना चाहिए. बिकॉज कॉलेज जाकर यू डेफिनेटली गेट एक्सपोजर, बट ऐसी स्किल्स एडिशन होना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है, सो दैट यू डोंट फील एज इफ कि हमने करा ही क्या है कॉलेज में कोर्स परस्यू करने के बाद. ऑल्सो द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन जो मुझे भी लगता है, देयर इज़ अ नैरेटिव कि सेल्स में तो बहुत पैसा है. तो सेल्स में बहुत पैसा है, तो कितना पैसा है एंड कहाँ तक और कैसे कैसे आप कमा सकते हो. बिकॉज DU में भी व्हेन आई वाज परस्यूइंग माय मास्टर्स फ्रॉम MIT एज वेल, तो उसमें भी सेल्स की जॉब्स वर द मोस्ट. और सेल्स की जॉब में द पैकेजेस यूज्ड टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 5-6 एंड बाकी सबके पैकेजेस वर रिलेटिवली लोअर. तो आई फील सेल्स की जॉब में तो बहुत अच्छे से पैसे पैकेज मिल जाता है एज कम्पेयर टू अदर फील्ड्स.
ठीक है. आई थिंक ट्रूली सेड हियर. मैं यहाँ पे बस थोड़ा ऑडियंस को एजुकेट करूंगा दैट एक होती है B2C सेल्स, विच इज बिजनेस टू कस्टमर्स, जहाँ पे आप कोल्ड कॉल्स करते हो कस्टमर्स को एंड यू सेल योर सर्विस डायरेक्टली. एंड देन देयर इज B2B सेल्स. B2B सेल्स इज लाइक द गोल्ड माइन ऑफ सेल इंडस्ट्री. सो आपको कस्टमर सेल्स में अभी भी इतना ज़्यादा पैसा नहीं है इंडस्ट्री में, बट लेट्स टॉक अबाउट सेलिंग टू बिजनेसेस. Now just imagine this, you are selling a software जिसके लिए एक कंपनी on an average पे let's say 5 lakhs to 5 crores per annum, for a product depending on where are you operating. अब आप वो सेल कर रहे हो different founders को, different CROs को, CFOs को. Now on that, on average you get 5 to 10% commission in India. It starts like बड़ा ticket size हो जाए तो 2% पे, but 5 to 10% commission on every sale you make. And again, I would love to tell you a quick story here. One of the mentors here at high school, she sold a software worth rupees 10 crore to Starbucks in just 15 days. And that was one of the fastest deals ever. So usually these deals do take a lot of time, but this one was very fast, executed in 15 days, and she got 5% commission on that. So that equates to 50 lakh rupees, in just 15 days. Can you imagine? That's like a good salary for 3 years for a lot of Indians. So just imagine the kind of money that you can make. And मैं बहुत सारे सेल्स फोक्स से बात करी है. The one thing that I've realized कि वो यार सैलरी को तो अपनी FD मानते हैं कि यार ये जो आ रहा है ये तो मेरी FDs है, ये मेरी सेविंग्स है. जो मेरे कमीशंस हैं, incentives है, these are things that this is my real money. This is where I get that kick from. And anyone आज की डेट में जिसको बहुत जल्दी पैसे कमाने हैं, I think sales is the best career you can choose. No career other than sales can create so much wealth for you as sales can for a 25-year-old. Just imagine, आप marketing में हो, आपने करियर अपना स्टार्ट करा 2021 में, 22 में, यू स्टार्ट ऑफ विद लेट्स से 6 LPA जॉब, गुड केस में 10 LPA जॉब, यू गो टिल 20-25, दैट्स इट मेजर केसेस के अंदर इन योर 4 to 5 year जर्नी. बट सेल्स के अंदर इफ यू आर गुड एट इट, You start at 20, then आप slowly progress करते हो. You make commissions on every single sale you make. And if you are freaking good at it, you can just imagine, it's very simple कि आप एक बड़ी कंपनी को जाके बोलते हो कि मैंने ये सेल्स करी है, I can bring more revenue for you. Just pay me my cut. Which founder, in their good senses, wouldn't allow that person to join the team?
True.
And one of my students, it's a very fun case. What if I tell you that he sold a 80 crores private jet to a HNI recently? 80 crores का private jet बेचा for a aviation company, and then he also made a lot of money on that deal as well. And fun part is he started his journey by selling those cow dungs to nurseries in Delhi. So from selling cow dung to selling a private jet worth rupees 80 crores. So his journey has been really inspiring for all of us. कि यार आप start कहीं से भी कर सकते हो. You just need to have that passion, that kick, and those 3 pointers that we discussed. That ability to face rejection and still stand up the next day. And he tells me sometime कि यार वो nurseries के अंदर जब वो बेचने जाता है तो they are one of the rudest people that you can find. And वहाँ से he learned कि रिजेक्शन होती क्या है. ऑन ग्राउंड जाके जब बेचना सीखा, वहाँ से सीख कर नाउ ही इज सेलिंग टू HNIs who are like very posh, very premium, कि हम ऐसे करेंगे. But it's just the core skills remain the same. कि you should know that how can you add value, make a relationship with them. So yeah.
Can you share any of the success story of your students or the professionals who have worked or who have taken courses from high school and now they have reached to a particular stage?
Sure. So I think we are very, very young, Abhi. So we are yet to see that, compounded results.
Yeah.
But as I mentioned, there was this one guy, the highest package that he ever got was Deepak Chib. He got, 25 LPA. I'm not allowed to say the name, Abhi, of the another guy who might be getting 30 lakhs per annum.
Okay.
But that is for the folks who have experience, like 4 to 5 years of experience के साथ आते हैं, these folks. Now let's talk about freshers as well. Freshers के अंदर the average package starts here around north of 12 lakh per annum. And I think that's true for all SaaS companies or all tech sales companies available in India. I think it's a very rewarding career to be in. You just need to have the right skill set. You need to invest in yourself in terms like you need to upskill yourself to enter those companies, because these companies only hire good folks, and they also invest a lot of you. So they want results, they want outcomes. So if you have that conviction, that you can do it, if you have your self confidence, if you know कि यार मेरे को लोगों से बात करके उनको कन्विंस करने में किक मिलता है, डोपामिन हिट मिलता है. So I think sales is a good career for freshers as well. And many Delhi University colleges, IP colleges, ये सब इग्नोर कर देते हैं सेल्स को एज अ ऐसे छोटा सा करियर है, क्या ही फर्क पड़ता है. But I think it's very, very rewarding.
Yeah,
for
I feel
freshers.
especially when incentives are too high in sales, so it's very rewarding.
Yep, and I would also like to give a quick analogy here. So one of the mentors here, उन्होंने बोला, सिमर, sales is not a skill, it's a lifestyle. So what does that mean is when I say it's a lifestyle, कि आप लाइफ में हर रोज सेल कर रहे हो कि either you are selling to yourself, your parents, your recruiters, your founders, the people here. And he mentioned very fun analogy here that sales is like dating. So what does that mean is that imagine there are two guys who are trying to convince a girl who they met on Hinge or Bumble, and they go out there and one person is like कि हाँ ठीक है, and he doesn't care about small details, personalization नहीं है, and he just went on a date. And the chances of him proceeding further, getting more dates is a bit less. Imagine the second guy who is invested a lot in the girl. He remembers the small details. He remembers कि इसको मैं personalize कैसे कर सकता हूँ, whether she likes an indoor date, an outdoor date. And then that analogy totally blew my mind यार, कि यहाँ भी तो sell ही कर रहे हो आप अपने आप को as a potential partner, कि you can invest in me. So that was very fun. Then I realized कि यार हम knowingly, unknowingly, we are always selling ourselves. So why not make money out of it?
Sales is a lifestyle is a t-shirt code, I think.
Yeah,
t-shirt में लिखने लायक है.
Sales is a lifestyle. I will remember that. मैं t-shirt पे लिख के देता हूँ. Yeah.
Also, you told us that you've gone into Shark Tank.
Mhm.
So, can you tell a little about how can you apply for Shark Tank to young startups so that they can also apply for it?
Sure. So Shark Tank का process is relatively simple.
Mhm.
You know, they start off with their applications once the season gets completed. So I think in April or May they start their applications, and then you can just simply go apply on their website. They ask a lot of stuff. You know, your story, your financials, obviously. How's the business going on? Even if it's a seed stage idea, you just have an idea, you can still apply, by the way. And then, you know, there, if your application is shortlisted, then their team sends you an email and you have a interview round, which
Okay.
is virtual only.
Mhm.
So you have a virtual round with them. Then the team tries to assess you on more such points, you know, verifying data, asking more about your story, your business, basically everything you see on the tank. That starts from, you know, the round second, which is the virtual round.
Mhm.
Then they have city auditions. So for Delhi, major cities, the entire team comes for 10-15 days. They invite you, and you have to pitch yourself in a similar fashion like you
Mhm.
do on the main sets.
Mhm.
So if you get shortlisted in Delhi auditions or the city auditions, then that's it. Then you go to Mumbai and you have a very good vacation for 5 days. You know, it's completely like the kind of hospitality that the team provides is amazing. You know, all the folks there, very passionate people trying to create something. So then that, you know, is another experience.
What personal habits or the mindset helped you shape Hive School while you were building it?
Sure. So I think very good question here, Bhumika. What I feel is ki as a founder, you
Mhm.
know, what works out is that just wake up and start doing things.
Are you also from this 5 a.m. club and कि
नहीं
5 बजे
नहीं
उठो और करने लग
मैं तो
जाओ?
11 बजे स्टार्ट करता हूँ अपना डे बट इट्स लाइक इट्स वेरी ट्रू यू नो I read this quote somewhere, or you know, someone told this to me, that launch with an imperfect product in the market.
Mhm.
You know, you don't need to perfect your product. कि यार ये हो जाएगा तब मैं स्टार्ट करूँगा. साइड नोट में पॉडकास्ट भी, यू नो, यू जस्ट स्टार्टेड आउट. सो
ये तो मैं अपने लिए भी समझ रही हूँ.
yeah,
It's for me as
100%.
well.
So it's just that you step out and start doing things. What does that mean is कि launch with an imperfect product. Don't wait कि आप अपना perfect product बनाओगे पहले, फिर आप market में जाओगे, फिर आप consumers लोगे. No. If you have an idea today, how can you get a MVP or a working product or a service, whatever you have, launched in the next 7 days? If you start backtracking those things ना कि मैंने गोल डिसाइड कर लिया कि मेरे को ये करना है, then you know you start off कि how can I achieve this. For example, at Hive School, you know, the next big thing that we are trying to do is we are launching an offline course which is called PGP in Sales, Tech and Entrepreneurship. What does that mean is, like, we started off with an online program, you know, just to kick off things, cater, you know, good results so that credibility factors come in. Now we are launching an entire 9 months MBA for sales. Like, actually, you know, what we started out to do. It's an offline program, residency program based out of Gurgaon itself. So that is what, when I try to say, is that ki step out and do things. You know, set goals for you, set unrealistic goals. I'm a huge fan of setting unrealistic goals and then making a proper detailed plan according to law of specificity, like these are the action pointers required, and then break it down. So first finalize the goal and then backtrack कि यार मेरे को 10 days के अंदर ये करना है. How will I do it? And then pick up every problem statement. List down all the challenges and then pick up, like, this is the problem that I'm solving today. This is the next problem. If I don't know how to solve this problem, I will reach out to someone who has already done this. Believe me, you know, in last 1 year of building Hive School, what I have realized is that it felt very difficult. Like, how can you hypothetically, let's say, create or make a 100 crore company or a 10 crore company to start off with. But then I talked to founders. Then I had some very good conversations with people who are already there where I want to be in the next 5 years.
Correct.
And when I talked to them, it was like easy है यार, ऐसे ऐसे करा हमने. And उनसे बात करके लगता है कि हाँ यार सही में easy है. It becomes very human for you. So again, you know, that जब तक कोई human वो कर नहीं लेता ना, तब तक आपको बहुत impossible to achieve लगता है. But when someone has touched that mark, then you feel कि I can also do this. So एक सेल्स की भी एक मतलब एक स्पोर्ट्स की भी एक थ्योरी है यहाँ पे. सो दैट एवरी ईयर ह्यूमन कैपेबिलिटीज में वो पोल जंप पता है आपको, जिसमें ओलंपिक्स के अंदर दे यूज अ पोल
Yeah.
टू जंप ऑफ अ पिलर, जो भी होता है वो. वहाँ पे in 90s, like in 1950s or 40s, when the Olympics started, the highest that a human could jump was just 4 feet. Then it went to 4.5 and everyone was like, यार ये कैसे हो गया? Then it went to 5 feet. And then people were like कि यार इससे ज़्यादा crazy तो कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता. It's absolutely, unreal, the kind of feats that these sports guys were achieving. And recently in the recent Olympics, that record got broken. I'm not sure about the number, but I think around 9 to 12 feet. So people were like, yeah, this is absolutely crazy. लोग कैसे कर रहे हैं? So one thing which I have realized is move fast, break things. There will be a lot of chaos. If you're not ready to face chaos, don't enter entrepreneurship. It is full of chaos. So just start doing things, make big plans, and then backtrack things. क्या मेरे को ये अचीव करना है? Now I will think कि अब मेरे को ये कैसे अचीव करना है. That I feel is super, super important for all the young entrepreneurs or all the young folks even, who are just starting off their careers. मेरे को ये अचीव करना है, अब मैं इसको ऐसे करूँगा. So the one thing that we at Hive School believe is कि यार just move fast, break things. When you move fast, obviously, you won't achieve perfection.
Yeah.
You won't achieve, like amazing results. But you have at least experimented and tried out things. So
True.
like this can work out, this can work out. One example here could be like we made a website, very cool website. Back then when we were starting out, we thought it's a good website. But then, my co-founder randomly came in and said, Suman, let's make a new website. It's not giving the vibe. So I was like, what the fuck? अभी तो बनाया है ये.
हाँ.
Then we were like, कि चलो बनाते हैं. And that website, our current website, looks very premium and posh.
Yeah,
So
I
we were like,
personally like the website. I was about to say that.
yeah, so we were like, cool. But now again, when we were launching the offline program, so we were like, कि नई website बनाते हैं दोबारा. So the new website, which is not yet launched and will be launched, I think, in 5-6 days, is, like totally out of the minds. So this is just a small example that how you, like, there is no perfection. You will never ever achieve perfection. You just have to keep going. That's the only law.
I feel this is a personal attack because
Yeah.
I am personally someone who would wait for perfection, and I've lost so many opportunities just by waiting. कि अब होगा, अब मुझे ऐसे करना चाहिए, जब तक ये नहीं होगा तब तक मैं ये नहीं कर सकती, ये नहीं, मेरे लिए ही है.
And in hindsight, it has always worked out for me.
True.
If I got an opportunity to talk to someone, I have always got good feedbacks, because once you start off now, you realize that the fellow founders, the fellow entrepreneurs, it's a very collaborative community. People are out there to help you because they relate with the hustle. They relate with the struggle. So they're always out there to help you. Even if I reach out to big founders, the only challenge is that they don't have the time and they have to focus on things, which makes money for them. And at the end of the day, they are running their company. Otherwise, I have met so many good people who would have adopted us and, gave us guidance on every step. But I think talk to a lot of, apart from, moving fast, talk to a lot of people. I think students may, and especially, young folks and generally, people, form a bubble around them. And उससे क्या होता है, they stay very conventional. That, कि जब तक नए लोगों से नहीं मिलते तब तक हमें लगता है कि यार हम तो इतनी सारी चीज़ें कर रहे हैं, these are good enough, or, like, let's be better at it. But when you talk to people out of your circle, out of your comfort zone, founders especially, who are building things, you realize कि यार ये तो ये भी कर रहे हैं, let me also start this, ये भी कर रहे हैं. As a builder in education, I have talked to, founders of different companies, Masters Union, Mesa School of Business, then there is Lit School, and recently we also had a conversation with one of the senior folks at Physics Wala, IID, Craftshala. So all the folks who are building in education, we talk to them and then we realize that यार education के अंदर everyone has a different approach and they are also doing very good work and solving things. So how can I learn something from them? So one input would be that talk to a lot of folks. That is super, super important to grow.
If someone is starting with zero sales knowledge, how can they become an expert at Hive School?
I think very good question कि 0 to 1 journey के अंदर आप कैसे progress करते हो. तो फर्स्ट आई थिंक द foremost knowledge that you require is इंडस्ट्री की, कि इंडस्ट्री के अंदर हाउ डू थिंग्स वर्क आउट, यू नो व्हाट आर द टॉप कंपनीज. देन यू गो बैक एंड स्टडी कि पास्ट के अंदर कौन सी कंपनीज रही हैं, उसके अंदर से यू नो विच वंस हैव फेल्ड, विच वंस आर सक्सेसफुल, वाई दे आर सक्सेसफुल, वाई दोज कंपनीज फेल्ड. आई थिंक दीज आर क्वेश्चंस एंड आंसर्स दैट यू नीड टू हैव. सो इसको मैं बोलता हूँ बिजनेस डेटा पॉइंट्स. व्हाट डज दैट मीन इज that I need to collect in my lifespan or in my professional life, I need to collect a lot of data points to make sense. So first, I study those companies and understand कि यार इन लोगों ने क्या सही करा था, इन लोगों ने क्या गलत करा था, जो आप लाइफ में बेसिकली यूजुअली करते हो. सेम थिंग्स विद बिजनेसेस. You learn about more and more businesses. That is super, super important. Then, once you have enough data insights, then it comes कि आप actual people who are on the job, जो daily, you know, are hustling, who are into sales, let's say for 10-15 years, who are maestros of their professions. You talk to them and understand ki, according to you, you know, what has worked out best for you. Like that's the one question I ask a lot of sales founders, you know, people who head sales teams. Then I understand कि यार आप लोगों ने क्या करा था लाइफ के अंदर विच वर्कड आउट, एंड देन दे गिव वेरी गुड इनसाइट्स. यू नो लाइक one of the things that I mentioned, like be consultative, don't oversell. Those are the things that I've learned from, you know, they are very simple things. But founders or CROs or people who have done that are able to tell you in a much better fashion. And when they say, you know, it makes a lot of sense. So first is collecting a lot of data points, then is having those super smart conversations with such folks, understanding actual business insights from them, understanding, you know, why this strategy according to you didn't work out for company A and worked out for company B. What I try to say here is कि यार Zomato के लिए तो ये workout कर गया, but Swiggy के लिए क्यों नहीं work करा. Understanding someone who understands this business from the core, वहाँ जाके realize करना कि ये होता कैसे है. That I feel is super, super important. Then after this, I think working on your core fundamental skills. This is what I call कि यार वो you have to get your hands and feet dirty to get into any business. First you understand data points, then you talk to, ऐसे have super smart conversation, then you get your hands dirty. Jump on the field, make random cold calls, do outbound sales, understand, you know, make strategies for companies, analyze their competitors, try to make a GTM case study for them, try to make expansion plans. How do you generate revenue for a different company? For example, what if I give you a company, let's say Paytm, and I ask you that Bhumika, Paytm has to make another 100 crores in the next year. How will you do that? It sounds like a big problem to solve, you know, like even the audience, if I ask them, like, how can you make sure that Paytm earns another 100 crores? You may have an answer to that, you may not have an answer. Then you go back, work your brains and analyze. One such example could be that have you seen those sound boxes kept at kirana stores, you know, where you scan the code and they say Paytm pe 100 rupees प्राप्त हुए. So those sound boxes were someone's idea from the Paytm team to add another revenue vertical. And if I give you the numbers, so a shopkeeper on average pays around 100 to 150 rupees per month as a rent of that. And last I checked Paytm financials, they made around 400-500 crores just out of it. I may be like off in the number, but somewhat around that, just by those sound boxes. Similar for Zomato ki, have you seen that they have a delivery charge, a platform fees, sorry, nowadays? Have you seen that वो rupees 10 का platform fee आती है? Now, if you go and check Zomato financials, they made around 100 and 150 crores just out of those platform fee. So that is another revenue vertical for a company. Now, just imagine that if you were in their place, how would you make another revenue vertical? That is something which I feel कि यार बहुत लोग ना काम नहीं कर रहे हैं उसके ऊपर. I will give you even a simple example. Every one of us use Instagram. What if I tell you आज से 2-3 साल पहले Instagram पे रील्स का फीचर नहीं होता था. एंड और पीछे चले जाओ, कोलैबोरेटिव रील्स नहीं होती थी पहले, देन रील्स नहीं होती थी, देन यू गो अनदर 5-6 years बैक, देयर वर नो स्टोरीज. on Instagram. Just imagine an Instagram जहाँ पे stories नहीं थी. It feels almost unreal कि यार ये क्या बातें कर रहे हो आप. तो that's how it has been. But now what if I ask you, Instagram पे आज से 5 years बाद ऐसे कौन से features हो सकते हैं? You may have an answer, you may not have an answer. But the point is, start thinking. This is, if you do this on a daily basis, and it could be any business, you don't have to be a pro at it. Just look around the room. This mic, you know what this mic is by company Rode. What if what are the things that Rode can do to add another revenue vertical for their business? Try to do it on a daily basis, and then there are chances that you might be slightly better than other folks in the room that you are. So I think first, collect business data points. Second, talk to a lot of people. Third, I call this, creativity and innovation, where you study companies and make plans for them, make expansion plans for them. That is super, super important. Then, you actually get work experience. You work on live projects. You then actually drive revenue for companies. I think the only real number that we care about is that how much revenue at the end of the day, what makes sense, like all things considered. People do marketing because they want numbers. They want to increase brand visibility, but they want numbers at the end. So how many numbers in terms of revenue are you generating for your founder? Are you generating for your company? People have to start changing their mindsets. कि मैं कंपनी में जाके फाउंडर के लिए इतना रेवेन्यू लाऊंगा, इतने प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करूँगा. That then becomes super, super important. So this is the entire journey. You start with basics, then you go into real business insights, then you, again, by talking to a lot of people, then you start using your brains. Now, what if I ask you, ये सब आपको next 1 day or 1 week में करना? That's how, the curriculum works. So this is what I would give advice to 0 to 1. किसी को जर्नी करनी है, सो दिस इज द पाथवे टू फॉलो विच वी हैव ट्राइड टू क्रैक. एंड आई डोंट मीन इट इन कि आपको ऐसे ऑर्डर में करना है. अगेन, मूव फास्ट, ब्रेक थिंग्स, एवरीथिंग इन द नेक्स्ट 1 week. हाउ कैन यू डू दैट? नाउ इफ यू ट्राई टू एनालाइज दिस, इट्स नॉट दैट डिफिकल्ट. बिजनेस पॉइंट्स स्टडी करने हैं, ओके, आई विल गो टू यूट्यूब, लाइक फॉर पीपल इन जनरल एज वेल. बिजनेस पॉइंट्स लेने हैं, लेट्स स्टार्ट विद यूट्यूब. वहाँ से मैंने सीख लिया. कॉन्वर्जेशंस करनी है, लेट मी रीच आउट पीपल ऑन लिंक्डइन. शायद बड़े फाउंडर से बात ना हो, बट शायद एक अर्ली स्टेज फाउंडर से बात हो सकती है. अर्ली स्टेज फाउंडर नहीं हो सकती तो शायद एक एम्प्लॉयज़ से हो जाए. एम्प्लॉयज़ से नहीं हो सकती तो मेरे कलीग्स, मेरे एल्यूमनाई, कहीं ना कहीं जहाँ पे आई ऑलरेडी नो पीपल, वहाँ से स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. थर्ड पॉइंट, वो क्रिएटिविटी और इनोवेशन वाला. पिकअप एनी कंपनी दैट यू थिंक ऑफ. कोई भी कंपनी उठा लो, प्रॉबली फॉर स्टार्टर्स अर्ली स्टेज कंपनीज, उनको पिकअप कर लो एंड देन ट्राई टू एनालाइज पूरी इंडस्ट्री एज अ होल कि यार बाकी कंपनीज ने कैसे करा था. ऑल प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व. सो यू कैन डू दिस. वो मेंटल ब्लॉक बस हटाना होता है कि यार मेरे को बिजनेस बड़ा करने के लिए 10 CR तक जाने के लिए मेरे को इतनी चीज़ें चाहिए, ऐसे चाहिए, बड़ी टीम चाहिए. बट दे आर ऑल प्रॉब्लम्स टू सॉल्व एट द एंड ऑफ द डे. सो आई थिंक दैट हेल्प्स, दैट माइंडसेट शिफ्ट helps in that 0 to 1 journey.
Yeah, I think when you start a business or a startup as well, it all depends on the mindset. Everything depends on the mindset that you have. This is, I personally feel कि ये भी सही बात है, whatever you are saying, and extremely informative information that you have given. And now I would like to know when things didn't go well when you were building Hive School.
Yeah.
So what were the things that keeps you motivated or what pushed you forward?
I think there are always times, when things don't go well. And in startups, I always say that you lose 99 times and then you get a single small win.
True. So were there any times when you feel like कि अब तो मुझसे नहीं होगा, I have to give up?
100%. Yeah, I think every day is like that. When you wake up, you never know how's your day going to be. So there are a lot of days, in fact every day is like, will I be able to make it? At the end of the day, everything is challenged, from outcomes to your credibility. At the end of the day, we are young founders building in. So credibility becomes a big issue that, a lot of folks have said this to us, कि यार आप लोग तो अभी बहुत young हो, how can you teach people who are older than you? So that is something which I found very funny as well. It's completely true. Like, we have less experience sometimes, than folks who are already, who are in our cohort. So I'm not sure if it will help me out by saying this, but recently I, interviewed a guy who's the senior of the school where I used to study in my locality. He was 6 years senior than me. And then he joined our cohort. But the point is, the mentors are there to teach them, the industry's relevant people are there to teach them. We're just running the business, and we are making sure our vision and, our curriculum is up to date by having those conversations. So age is just a number. Truly, I believe that. So there are a lot of issues that we face there. Then there are a lot of times where there are different challenges. There are days when 50% of your team is on off, because there is something happening on your personal end. So you don't know how to manage folks. You need to drive results and outcomes at the end of the day. But the only thing that has helped us in the vision itself, like creating something good for India and creating something big in education, which creates a lot of impact. So imagine this: one of the guys, standard, Delhi University route, was getting a 5-6 LPA offer, now has got around 12 to 12.5 LPA offer from a company. Now the jump that he got, may look irrelevant or, it's like, okay. But that means a lot for his family. Now he's able to sponsor certain things in certain ways. So again, not to make it very emotional or something like that, but the impact that drives you. When people get placed, when people share their stories, and then there are two folks from cohort 1 who are now co-founders building something. They met at high school and now they are creating a company together. So I think that is an outcome that we love. And the people, when they get job, they are super super happy. They send us messages from their families that they are super happy that they got a job. Yesterday only someone got placed at another 25 LPA job, and we got a message from him. It was such a heartfelt message. So that outcome drives, like, even though it's a lot, lot of pressure, everything that goes in, but I think at the end of the day, when you see
It's
the
worth it.
impact being created, that is what, like, it's cool, good.
That makes it worthy, na?
Yeah, that makes it worthy. So yeah, that's there.
Okay, so last question for the day. If you'll ever get a chance to, go back to day one of building Hive School, what would be that one thing which you would like to do differently?
I think move even faster. I think that would be
Even faster.
even faster, like, why didn't we do more daring big task when we started out?
Taking more risk.
Taking more risk, obviously we have taken a lot, but I think, going even big, thinking even more big. So that's the case with a lot of founders. Like, when you start off, you have your doubts. Like, initially I used to shiver while talking to any founder, who has built a company worth rupees, let's say 50 CR, 100 CR. So I used to shiver in front of them, यार कि ये तो बहुत बड़े लोग हैं, इनसे कैसे बात करी जाए. But now I've talked to so many of them, so it feels like at the end of the day, everyone is human only. So I think a lot of learnings, but moving faster has helped us a lot. So I think that would be one thing.
It was great having you here. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks, Bhumika. I think it was lovely here. All the best to you. All the
Thank
best to
you.
this podcast team. And, register karo. I think you guys are doing a great job. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such content. And see you in the next one. Bye bye.